All right, thanks for joining us once again, Michael.
Yes.
From Toyota. We are talking about Toyota Certified Used Vehicle. And you know, when we talk about TCUV, we can't talk about it without mentioning the 160-point inspection because it's rigorous, it's detailed, people sign on it, make
Yes.
sure that someone's accountable.
Absolutely.
That's what you get, just one of the many things that you get when buying a certified used Toyota vehicle.
Correct.
Right about now, let's talk about that 160. It always interests me because it's very comprehensive.
Absolutely, and it's done by a trained Toyota technician. So let's say we have a RAV4 here, for example, right? Let's say that you and I are interested in buying a RAV4. We've gone online, we've looked at toyotacertified.com, we found the vehicle that we like. We can rest assured and know that a trained Toyota technician took this RAV4, physically lifted it up on the rack, went underneath it, looked at it, and went through 160 points of inspection. And then just like you mentioned, they're gonna sign their name on the dotted line saying this has been approved by a trained Toyota technician, and then you can put the trust in the vehicle that's gonna be reliable, it's gonna be safe, it's gonna be a vehicle you're gonna have for a really long time. So they're gonna make sure there's no dents, there's no dings, make sure that's all up to spec as well. Check the tires, make sure they got the good tread, good footage, good this, that, the other, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Right.
We talked about the safety features. They're gonna check, you know, things like with the camera.
Yeah.
Make sure the cameras are up to spec like that. Sometimes there's sensors down here for, you know, the pre-collision system, the parking sonar, make sure that's none of that is damaged. Make sure these have no dents or dings or anything like that as well. Make sure the tailgate still works. Check underneath the hood, which is really important here as well. They're gonna check all the fluids, make sure they're good. You have your windshield wiper fluid, your radiator fluid, you've got your power steering fluid over there.
Yes.
Of course, they're gonna check the engine component when they lift it up as well. Check your oil. Check all the spark plugs underneath there as well, which is really important. That's the battery. They'll check the battery right there. They'll check all your fuses. Just make sure those are up to spec. And like, there's some belts down there. They'll check the belts.
Oh yeah.
You know, belts drive the engine, everything like that.
Yeah.
Make sure that's all up to standard.
Right.
They'll even check the windshield wipers.
Oh, okay.
Check the windshield wipers as well.
So it's so comprehensive.
And then of course we'll check the interior. Make sure there's no holes, there's no
Right.
dents. Make sure this is nice, you
Right.
know, this is really important. This is nice soft check, so no holes, no tears. Make sure this doesn't have any holes or tears. Check the speaker system. And of course, check the instrument panel and all that stuff. Check the whole thing.
I do know some people who only buy used cars because you know what they say, as soon as you drive off with a new car, as soon as you drive a new car off the lot, it goes down in value.
Correct.
So it makes sense to buy pre-owned, but not just pre-owned, but a TCUV.
You buy this from somebody off of a newspaper ad or something like that. Again, sometimes that's fine, but you're not gonna get that signed piece of paper with literally 160 things that they've checked off. They've gone by one by one by one by one to make sure it is up to Toyota standards. Not just any standards, but Toyota standards, which are really high standards, because we want this vehicle, when you see that Toyota logo, you know you're getting a car that is safe, that is reliable, that is dependable. So I think that's why that separates TCUV from other used vehicles that are on the market. So when you buy a Toyota certified used vehicle, you get a 12-month or 1,200,000 mile limited comprehensive warranty. So that covers everything from the electronic parts, you know, things like headlights, things like that. And then you get a 7-year, 100,000 mile limited powertrain warranty. So think about powertrain in terms of things that make the vehicle move, any lubricated parts like the engine, the transmission, things like that. And that's all completely covered. And then also don't forget, you're driving down the road, you get that 7-year, 100,000 mile roadside assistance program. So that'll cover things from most services, including, you know, flat tires, you have lockout services, if you need a jump start, any towing, if maybe you forget to fuel up, it's got fuel delivery, it's got a toll-free call for service, and that's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Wow. So it really does give you peace of mind. You have nothing to worry about. It's like they thought of every little thing that can cause a hiccup in your day as a Toyota driver.
Correct.
And they've solved it even before the problems arise.
So yeah, so I think that's what a lot of people think. They think they hear the word used, that they're going to buy a clunker or a lemon or something they can't rely on. It's not the case with a Toyota certified used vehicle.
Right, because the best new car
is the best used car. Look at that, she's learning the lingo already.